Welcome back to the Vale of Rheidol Railway. Today we're down in the carriage shed and we're going to be looking at two items from Collection X. The most exciting projects we have lined up for our engines in Collection X is the long anticipated overhaul and return to service of one of our two Gwalior Pacific locomotives, number 762 and 765. Both of these were purchased during the 1980s by the late Peter Rampton. One of them is going to be restored to working order in his memory, whilst the other is going to be preserved in its as withdrawn condition, like you see them both right now. India is famous for its truck art, decorating modes of transportation to make the thing feel more at home. These engines are no exception. They would have been painted in vibrant colours and even had flame effects on the smoke box, and these actually still survive and will be preserved along with the rest of the engine. The 2-foot gauge Gwalior Light Railway dates back to the 1890s and survived until as recent as 2020, when it was converted to Indian broad gauge. The original line was created by the Maharaja Sir Madhao Scindia, initially in the grounds of his palace and private estate at the Indian princely state of Gwalior. The Maharaja, a keen railway enthusiast, who even had a model railway on his dining table to deliver condiments, later extended the line for public traffic, such that by 1909 the network consisted of over 250 miles of track. 8 of these Pacific locomotives were built in 1931 by Bagnall of Stafford. Nearly all previous motive power on the network had been supplied by Kerr Stewart, and these new locos were very modern for their time, with superheaters, Cortazzi radial axle boxes, and even a filtrator, or water softening equipment, to help the engines cope with poor quality water. It's called a Pacific because of its 462 wheel arrangement. It weighs 48 tonnes, has a tractive effort of over 10,000 pounds. So it's a real mainline engine in narrow gauge, designed thus so that it could cover those 250 miles of the Gwalior network. Crew shifts were so long that driver and fireman would actually carry spare change of clothes with them in special dedicated boxes on the footplates, due to the long distances of passenger trains and freight that these engines were designed to haul. One of the two, we haven't decided which one yet, will be entering our workshop here in Aberystwyth later this year to begin its overhaul. It'll be quite spectacular to see one of these only surviving examples of the Gwalior Pacifics running again, albeit on a rather different 2-foot gauge railway, this time between Aberystwyth and Devil's Bridge. You can follow its progress on our socials as usual. We'll be keeping you updated with how we're getting on with the project. For joining us again today, be sure to like and subscribe and follow us on all of our social media, and we'll see you again soon.